Shalom, shalom, Israel. How y'all doing? Happy Sabbath day. Happy Sabbath day. I hope y'all doing well. Saturday, July 17, 2021. Man, I couldn't resist this one. Y'all know I've been chilling. Your boy is back. It's your boy, VEE Ben Israel, the people's champ. We're going to talk about something today. You know I usually don't do videos on the Sabbath day, but I wanted to get this one out. Or get this one in, however you want to put it. Beautiful day here in Hidden Valley in the QC. And it's kind of a dual meaning video. I'm going to try to tie it all together and make it make sense. You know, I hadn't really been reading my Hey V inbox. You know, so I have a couple of messages in there. I hadn't really been reading it. I apologize. But I just happened to glance in there. And I wanted to get one in real quick. Because this one was kind of interesting. Hold on one second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I need to get myself together. I'm a little bit out of practice. I apologize. I apologize. Just bear with me. I just want to make sure I have this queuing up a note I had. I wanted to make sure I have it ready. So, give me a second here. Just want to make sure I have it ready. I usually do this in advance. But, as I said, I'm a little bit out of practice. A little bit out of practice. But I'm going to get back going real quick. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready now. Hold on. Make sure. Yeah, I'm good. So, fellas, I want y'all to stop dating down. And who I'm talking to right now is your average men, your above average men, and really I'm not talking to high value men. I'm not. There's plenty of people who make content for them. I'm talking to your above average men and your average men. Your 5s and 6s is who I'm talking to. Stop dealing with these chicks that's 3s and 4s. Stop dealing with them. So, this one goes back about 6 months. Brother hit me up. He considers himself an average dude. Average earner. A 5. Solid job, no kids. Been on his job for a little while. He met a girl he liked. But the girl was a 3 or a 4. You know, 5'2", 350 pounds, something like, y'all know the shit. Big girl, real big girl. I ain't talking about little chunky, big girl. 5'4", 350 or whatever. But she's real pretty in the face. And he liked her. So he asked me what he should do. I said, well, brother, give it a shot. All men ain't looking for skinny women. And, fitness, like I've told y'all before, fitness isn't just your physical fitness. It's a lot that goes into fitness. Your parental fitness, your mental fitness, your financial fitness. It's a lot of fitness. So he wanted to take a shot with her because he liked her. He really liked her personality, and she was pretty. You know, he was into her. So I said, go ahead, brother, man. Give it a shot, man. Good luck. Hadn't heard from him in about 6 months. Just happened to look in the box, and hey, I got a follow-up with him. So, you know, he had been out on a few dates with this girl. You know, took her to a couple of nice restaurants. Been to a house a few times. Hadn't never slept with her. You know, it wasn't about sex. He really liked the girl. Never slept with her. But, you know, he was really trying to date her, improve her, you know. That's what he was really trying to do. So, he hits her up. You know, they text each other every morning, I guess. And so he hits up. This was 4th of July weekend. So this would have been July 3rd, I guess, when this happened. So he was like, hey, what you doing? The sister says, I'm running some errands. Oh, he was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. So he decides that he was going to take out the breakfast, but he decided to hit up later. So he hits up later that day. He was like, hey, what you doing? She goes, oh, I'm watching a movie. So it's still early in the afternoon, like sunlight, you know, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I guess. Sunlight was out. So, you know, at this point, he was like trying to set something up for dinner. That was his motive for reaching back out to her the second time. You know, but he hadn't said nothing. So, you know, she says, I'm watching a movie. So he goes, oh, okay, what movie you watching? She made it a point to say, we're watching a scary movie. So he was kind of like, who the fuck is we? Because her son, who lives with her, her adult son, had to go out of town, or went out of town that weekend. So he's thinking she's home alone. So who the hell is this we? He ain't never heard that we before, so all of a sudden his we is coming out. So he says, we, like, who is we? And then she goes, yes, we. So he goes kind of, never mind, because he senses the bullshit. So he goes, never mind. You know, NVM, I read the text message. And then she hit him back with something like, you know, she kept the conversation going. Obviously, she wanted him to know some other dude was at her house. That's what she wanted him to know. So he like, you know, obviously, I need to mind my business. Or something he said to that effect. And he, so he comes, trying to remember the conversation, so forgive me. So she comes back with, well, if you wanted to know who the we was, you should have just said who. Well, he's in, which he had already done a few messages before. He specifically said, who is we? I thought your son was out of town. So then he says, well, obviously you're trying to be evasive and avoid the answer in the question, because I asked the question you just told me I should have asked, and you skipped right over it. But what I found funny is you purposely said weird. You didn't have to answer me that way. You could have just said, I'm watching a scary movie, and there would have been no conversation. I agree. So you purposely put it out there to make him ask, and now he's asking, you want to play a game. Okay? Shorty, you over 40, you 5'4", 350 pounds. You have some fucking gratitude that a man is treating you right, taking you out to dinner. he ain't all about sex, he's really like you. Where the fuck is your gratitude at? But that's the problem with a lot of y'all. You see yourselves as the prize, and you overvalue yourself. So when you get a guy who's actually ranked higher than you, you don't have no appreciation for him. Fellas, stop dealing with sisters like this. And these are the sisters that post in their name, they're queens, they're divas, they're bosses, they're bad bitches. Don't even deal with none of them, because they all act like this. Cut them off from the rip. Don't kick them to the curb. We ain't dealing with y'all no more. We cutting y'all boss bad bitches, divas, queens, Mother Earths. We cutting all y'all motherfuckers off going forward. These are the chicks that got multiple cell phones. Fuck, why you got multiple cell phones? You ain't doing no business. You have no legitimate reason why you need why you need 2 cell phones. But y'all play them games, man. It's all kind of all of this shit go together. You got the name, you got the cell phone, you got the it's a whole pile of shit. Now, I'm not saying everybody who got 2 cell phones is playing games. Some people have legitimate reasons for having 2 cell phones. Whatever. You lost the phone, you opened up a secondary phone to get it, things happen. I understand, those are legitimate reasons. But some of y'all do it just to play games. Just to play games. And then y'all the same ones, hey, ain't no good men out here. All these men ain't shit. Right? So the brother comes back with like, you know what? Then she after he said what he said, she said something, well, it might be time to end this conversation. So, he started to respond, and that's when I kind of was talking to him. I came in on the tail end of this, and I told him, man, don't even respond. Just laugh it off, brother, because that's what it wants. She wants to, obviously, she's not happy with the dude that's there if she got time to sit and text message you in the middle of her having company, go back and forth with you, and they're watching a movie and she got company. Also, who the fuck has a Netflix and chill at 2 o'clock on a Saturday and it's sunny? Who does that on a holiday weekend? Obviously, the nigga that you with really didn't give a fuck about you, because he ain't take you out nowhere. It's a holiday weekend, the beach, park, something. Ain't that what people do on holidays? I don't celebrate the holiday, but y'all tell me how that's supposed to work. But like I tell y'all, I try to warn y'all ladies, you got certain niggas that'll jump up in your life, and what they want to do is make y'all a summertime boo. These ain't shit niggas. They got 2 kinds of chicks. They got summer chicks and they got winter chicks. So the summer chicks they usually get with by late spring they post it up. And they rock with y'all all the way until like sometime in the fall, usually before Halloween, because they don't want to buy they don't want to buy no costumes. Definitely before Thanksgiving, because they don't want to contribute to the household. They don't want to do the Thanksgiving Christmas thing. So then they'll get with their winter chick during the winter time, because now they've been playing that going to November role. Now it's November, they got to go home. So they post up with their winter boo. That's usually their baby mama. Usually, but not always. They post up with her from October, right after Halloween, to tax time when all the money's gone. That's what they've done. Last year may have been different because of all of the stimulus money in the pandemic. But this is year after year after year, this pattern. Some of y'all girls, you get big-headed every spring because you get a lot of attention. But you getting attention from below average dudes. You getting attention from 2s, 3s, and 4s. But guess what, ladies? You attract what you are. So you're attracting 2s, 3s, and 4s because you are a 2, 3, or 4. Let's be real about it. Let's just be real about it. But every now and then you get lucky. Everybody gets lucky. You date above yourself. Everybody does. So now you get lucky and you get with this 5. This guy's a solid 5, probably a flexible 5, maybe a 6, dude. He called himself a 5. And instead of appreciating this man who genuinely likes you, regardless of you being morbidly obese, regardless of you being well into the no man's land and overage, regardless of all of that stuff, he still tried to put time into you, and here's how you repay him for dating down and giving you a shot. But sometimes men think, okay, if I give this 3 a shot, she's going to have appreciation for me. Wrong, brothers. In today's world, these women don't have no appreciation. Or women like this don't have no appreciation. Let me don't put it on all of them. Women like this don't have appreciation. Because they don't see themselves as a 3 or a 4. They see themselves as an 8, 9, or 10. That's how they see themselves. Don't do it, fellas. Don't date beneath yourself no more. Stay away from the divas, the boss bitches, the chasing bag honeys, the money bag signing their names. All of that shit go together. The divas, Queen Mother Earths. Stay away from all of them. They have no appreciation for them, and guess what? They're going to die alone. Because eventually, the son is going to move out. Or the kid is going to move out. Eventually. He's going to get tired of it. And then they're going to really find themselves. See, that's how they do. They dog moms. Most of them are always dog moms. Usually, they're going to have one of 2 kind of dogs. One of 3. They're going to have one of them little mini dogs, whatever you call them. The little ankle biters. They're going to have a pit bull. That's the most popular one. And maybe a lab. Those are your 3 kind of dog moms you get with black women. But they do that because they got to feel that need to control somebody and exhibit their masculine energy. That's what it's about. So, brother, run. Kick it to the curb, man. See for the streets. Send it back to the streets, bro. Don't even waste no more time with you. I'm sorry that you invested the time and money that you already did. You're never going to get it back. It is what it is. Chop it up as a learning expense. That's all that is. You paid to learn that lesson. And it's sad, man, that I got to make this video. Because I run into brothers all the time. Decent brothers. Quality brothers. That's just looking at just to build a life with a woman. That's all they looking for. And some of y'all women just play so many fucking games. You can't answer simple questions. You make everything complicated. The scriptures say, let your yeas be yea and let your nays be nay. Anything else comes from evil. Some of y'all don't understand that. Meaning, when somebody asks a simple question, answer it simply. Because everything else, when you purposely answer it in a complicated fashion, that's you being evil. And it's obvious you're too old to be playing these games. That shit is cute when you're 20. When you're 40, it's fucking disgusting. You're too grown. You're too fucking grown, you're too fucking fat, and you ain't worth a goddamn to be playing fucking games. Let's be real about it. You ain't got shit going for you but your job. Maybe your little house or apartment or whatever. But guess what? That's shit you're supposed to have. That's not being independent. That's being self-sufficient. Welcome to adulthood. You're 40. Y'all want credit for doing what you're supposed to do. You don't get credit for that. Extra credit. Congratulations, you're a fucking adult. Congratulations. And then y'all tell yourself because you did basic adult shit, oh, your shit don't stink. No, yes it does. And shit from a 350-pound woman really stinks. I'm sorry. Where is your gratitude? Where is your appreciation? God didn't make a man for you. He made you for a man. Get it straight. And most of the time, these be the same girls who be up in church every fucking Sunday. This is how y'all behave the rest of the week. Monday through Saturday, this is how y'all behave. But you're going to get up and hoop and holler in the choir in church tomorrow. And you just flat out wrong. And you know you wrong and won't even just admit it when you get caught. Because he caught her in the words. He never cussed at her, never disrespected her. Like, why are you playing these games? Like, is this an issue? No, he's like, you know what? Obviously, this is what you wanted. You wanted this confrontation. That's what some of y'all do. Y'all like confrontation. Because I guess because you don't move this new dude in, you think everything is sweet now. You're a pretty woman. Of course men are going to be attracted to you. I got news for you. Men is attracted to anything with a fucking hole, boo-boo. So that dude you just moved in was only looking for air conditioning. So and he getting air conditioning, free food, and some pussy from your fat ass. That's a win-win for him. He ain't got to do shit. But some of y'all too stupid to realize you ain't bringing men into your house that's wanting to build with you. Y'all bringing niggas in the houses looking for jobs and promising you they gonna pay you some money. And I've heard this story so many times. I get tired of hearing it. But the dude that's been investing money into you, taking you to Olive Garden and Red Lobster and places like that, he's investing time and money with you. You know, every time y'all been out, this man paid for everything. Everything. Never asked you for a dime. All he wanted to do was spend time with you. But that wasn't good enough for you. And you had to try to play him on that. Low-key play him. Low-key. Another sign of that, fellas, these girls are, everything will be going smooth, and all of a sudden, it be like a disconnect, like a glitch in the matrix, and their attitude change instantly. And you know nothing happened. You ain't even talked to them, but all of a sudden, they acting differently than they've been normally acting, right? They was calling you every night and falling asleep on the phone with you, and then all of a sudden, the only time they calling you is when they on their way to work, when they out the house, you know, those kind of. That's another dude, because now they can't call you at night because that other dude is there, or they can't call you first thing in the morning because that other dude is laying next to them. Let's stop being silly, fellas. So my advice to the brothers, you need to be a little bit more decisive when you proofing these women, and when you see these red flags, depending on what type of red flag it is, you might need to eject them out the game. So I usually give people 3 red flags. But sometimes it's a flagrant one. You got to eject them out the game. They got to leave the arena. Think about it like sports. It's beyond the red flag, some of these things that they do. What she just did, to me, is beyond the red flag. She gets ejected. It's time to eject her ass out the game. Oh, shit, come on. That's the way I look at it. That's an ejection. This ain't a red flag. Because she got caught. I mean, she purposely did it. And then he picked up on it, like, instantly, like, yo, why? You didn't even have to say we. All you had to do was say a scary movie, and that would have been the end of the conversation. I'd have been like, oh, okay, call me after your movie. You know, that would have been the end of the conversation. So then, but here's the fucked up part. Here, this man would have been waiting for that movie to been over planning on taking her out to dinner, but she's stuck with the other dude. So now here come another lie why she can't go out to dinner with him. And why he probably, well, oh, you can't, yeah, you got to have somebody watch your dogs because your son is out of town. Oh, why don't I come over there and we'll do dinner there like we've done before? I'll order something. Oh, no, I ain't feeling like, you get all that bullshit. This is bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. Kick them, those are flagrant fouls, fellas. Kick them to the curb. She's for the streets. But keep hitting me with the inbox, man. Brother, I'm curious. I hope it works out for you. But you got to clear the negativity out your life so the positivity can come in. It's a balance. So right now, you out of balance. You got more negativity than positive. So you out of sync. So you need to get rid of that negativity, bring it back down to normal levels, so that way that shit balances out. You get some more positivity coming in. And sometimes it's going to fluctuate, but it's going to be in line together for the most part. But right now, you way over. You got too much. That's too much negativity. You shouldn't be dealing with that, man. You trying to be faithful, loyal, dealing with one woman, dating one woman, and this is how the fuck she treat you. Keep it moving, brother. Keep it moving. And it's scriptural, man. Women like this are busybodies. And I talk about this all the time. Busybodies. That's, let me bring that script up real quick. I wasn't prepared. 1 Timothy 5:13. That's your busybody script for you supposed Christians, right? I'll read 1 Timothy 5:13. And it reads, "And withal they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers, also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not to." Let's break that down. Let's break it down. How does this apply to what I'm saying, the story I'm just saying? It's a learned behavior. This ain't no 20-year-old woman. This is a 40-year-old woman. 40 and up. They've learned this behavior over a lifetime. Because see, when you idle, you start getting into things and you get antsy and you can't be still. It's a learned behavior. You learn to be idle. Right? Wandering about from house to house. I've broken the scripture down before. House to house doesn't necessarily mean your physical house. It can be online. Because in today's world, the internet connects to people's houses. So you're constantly in somebody else's business. In and out of other houses all the fucking time. You can't be still. Some of them, it's a combination. They doing both at the same time. They physically going running all over the place. Ain't got shit to do. And they doing it on their phones at the same time. Wandering from house to house. Right? And not only are they idle, they're tattlers. They talk too much. They always got something to say. They're always telling something. Don't even be knowing what they're talking about, but just got to tell a story. This happened, that happened, this, and always listening, always in somebody else's story, and then go back and repeat that story. Tattlers. That's what they do. And also busybodies. You see these people, they can't sit still. You watch them, they just moving constantly. Sit down 5 minutes, they jump up. I've said this before. Just constantly bouncing around. They can't be fucking still. They got to go somewhere. And a lot of them will use their kids as excuses. Oh, I had to take my son here. I had to take my daughter there. I had to do this. I had to do that. I had to go over here to my cousin's house. I had to go here with my mom. I had to go here with my sister. They use other people to justify what they always got to go somewhere. There is no sisterhood. It's not in the Bible. It doesn't exist. It tells you to stay away from all them other women You holy women, stay away from them. Ain't no sisterhood. It's a brotherhood, but it ain't no sisterhood. Single women will keep you single, ladies. And last but not least, speaking things which they are not. They say they can't control their mouth. So when they should be shutting the fuck up, they still talking. And then some of y'all run into these crazy niggas that'll punch you in your face. And then you want to blame it on him. Oh, he was abusive. It was domestic violence. No, you just a habitual line crosser. But you other ones, you got men that just walk out and say, fuck it, I ain't dealing with this. Because you just constantly saying things you shouldn't say. Just be quiet sometimes. You don't have to respond to everything. But some of y'all, you got to have the last word. You got to talk. You got to have a little comment. You got to mumble under your breath. You got to slam a door. You always got to have something to say. To try to demasculate a man. Just shut the fuck up sometime. And be quiet. I don't know how to do that. And then you say things, you don't even know what you're talking about half the time. You get things wrong. You're accusing somebody of saying something they didn't say. You're just flat out wrong and you can't be wrong. And you teach this behaviors to your daughters. Your daughters do the same shit. They're disrespectful. They don't know how to be quiet. Especially when they're talking to grown people. These little girls today, 16 years old, thinking they can talk to a 45-year-old person like they your friend. No. When I was a kid, you get the shit slapped out of you. And you don't know what you're talking about. And you're wrong. You're not smart, you're articulate. Being smart and articulate is two different things. Donald Trump is a perfect example of that. Donald Trump is a very articulate person. He can articulate all kind of shit and get people to believe what he want them to believe. Very articulate. But he was stupid as shit. He was stupid as crazy as cat shit and stupid. But very articulate. That's a lot of y'all. You just say things and then the man steps in to correct your dumb ass, and then you in your feelings because somebody corrected you. Men get tired of this shit, I'm trying to tell you. Especially men who be around women. Over the course of a day, if you're around a bunch of women, you get this shit all day long. It ain't one woman. You get bombarded from this all day long. What did the description say? It's like drops of water on your head. That's what y'all wicked women are like. It's like drops of water. All day long. Bloop. Bloop. You trying to sleep. Bloop. Bloop. That's what y'all like. Just shut up. Be quiet. Especially when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stop talking about what you think you know. Know what you're talking about. Your opinion don't matter. Y'all be having opinions when there's plenty of factual information. You got a damn smartphone. Use it. I'm trying to give somebody some advice on the damn, the girl's telling her mom she was doing a paper on the pipeline to prison. I'm listening to the conversation. I wrote a five-page paper. See, the little girl, she thinks she's smart. 16, thinks she's smart. Wrote a 5-page paper on the pipeline to prison. Never mentioned once the prison industrial complex. Right off the bat, that's the cause. Never mentioned all of these cases where these judges have been getting paid under the table to push these black boys into prison from middle school. Never mentioned the resource officers. Never mentioned none of the credible stuff. All you got to do is you go to YouTube, search pipeline to prison, all of this shit gonna come up. So that means you ain't do no research. Just making up shit. Oh, it got to do with poverty, and that's why there's a pipeline to prison. That don't make no sense. That's not what created the pipeline to prison. Poverty? No, we've always had poverty, but we always haven't had the pipeline to prison. So for those of you who don't know, in a nutshell, the states are in bed, the states and federal government are in bed with the private prison industrial complex. They have a contract. They have to keep the prisons to a certain capacity, 90%, 98%, whatever it is in a particular area. Well, guess what? They ran out of black men. So that they had to start going down from the 21-year-olds to the 18-year-olds to the 16-year-olds. Now they locking them up in middle school and elementary school. They getting them introduced to the system at an earlier age. Y'all know I've talked about this for years. This is not a new phenomenon. It's been going on since the 90s. They made the movie Slam with Saul Williams, where the prison guard is talking about this. And he's interviewing Saul Williams, and he's telling him that number on your chest, it means something, son. How the hell is that number even possible when we don't even have that many men, black men, in the District of Columbia? How the hell is that possible? That means they've exhausted all of you adult men, and they're going down the line to the kids. Pretty soon they're going to be locking them up in kindergarten. That's what that prison guard is, a real prison guard. You can Google that, YouTube it. Slam prison scene. And you'll see this prison guard talking about this shit 30 years ago. So, but you didn't do your homework. I'm trying to give you some, well, it's a 5-page paper. Am I supposed to write it over? Yeah, because you're fucking wrong. But with all the information I just gave you, a 5-page paper ain't shit. You can bang that out since you're smart. You're a genius. Banging out 5-page papers ain't nothing. Hell, I used to sell thesis papers when I was a freshman to the seniors. I'd bang them out, get that money. Guaranteed them a B. Some of y'all, but you teach that behavior to your kids. Where they have, you don't respect the black man, and neither do they. Neither one of y'all. Neither do y'all. But y'all expect a man to be bombarded with all of this shit all day long, and then come home and fight the woman, fight you too. You got to fight all these other people out here and y'all over some shit that you don't even know what you're talking about. Unfucking believable. So now not only do we got to fight y'all, we got to fight your kids too. Unfucking believable. Can't make this up, people. You can't make this shit up. Can't make this up. Can't make it up. What was I looking for? I was about to look something up. I can't remember now. I got sidetracked. Man, most men are simple. Just want some fucking peace, man. Not these fucking drops of water, just aggravating shit. All fucking day long. Everywhere you turn. It's just fucking aggravating. Yeah, Ash. You said that's Andrea's quote. Play pussy games and get fucked. Exactly. Who is this here? Somebody else left a comment. Oh, no, I just see other people watching. Okay. Okay, cool. But it's simple shit, man. Just closing your mouth is a simple thing, man. But y'all push it to the point where somebody got to say shut the fuck up to you and raise their voice at you and cuss you the fuck out. Because you just go too far. You go too far. Y'all see my patch? I finally got my patch for my clonidine. I've been trying to get this back, so I'm testing this. It's a new patch. See how tiny it is? I was taking these before, and it was like 4 times the size. So this is a new one. So I'm testing it out, see how to do with my blood pressure. I like the patch better because I only got to put it on once a week and forget about it. It usually does a better job of regulating my blood pressure than the pills do. So yeah, in case y'all was wondering what that is on my arm, that's that clonidine patch. Yeah, I wish they could give me all my medicine in patches. Personally, just patch me the fuck up. I put them all over me. Like, I like it like that. Just put them on once a week and be done with it. That's good. I wish I could do them all like that. And it was cheaper than my pills, which is crazy. Because the old patches was like $75 for a month's supply. This shit right here was $4 for a month's supply. I'm like, hell yeah. $3.75, wasn't even $4, it was $3.75 with tax. At Walmart. I was like, damn, Walmart known for them $4 prescription, but I ain't never heard no $3.75, but I'm gonna take it. That's all I really got, man. It was just, I wanted to touch bases on that conversation. I know there was another topic that I did want to do. I thought about it the other day, but then I didn't do it. Oh, born-again virgins. Yeah, let me touch on that real quick. Born-again virgins. Y'all need to stop with this shit, okay? Y'all need to fucking stop. You don't get a new pussy just because you don't use it, okay? It don't work that way, okay? You done spit out 4 or 5 kids. You still got a pussy of a woman who spit out 4 or 5 kids. You don't get a virgin's pussy just because you stop having sex for a year or 10 years or however the fuck you did it or whatever you doing. But guess what? Most of y'all ain't doing that. You ain't really celibate because you're using a vibrator and sex toys anyway. So I mean, let's be real about this shit. If you're using a vibrator or a dildo, you're not celibate. You're not celibate. But you born again virgins, y'all kill me. Y'all all your life you've been hoeing around. You got 5 baby daddies, 4 kids and 5 baby daddies and all that kind of nonsense. And now all of a sudden you 40 and you want to play games with this man who's really seriously trying to be interested in you. You're going to play pussy games with him and make him wait till you get married or something. Till he put the ring on your finger. You ain't make Raheem put it on your finger. You ain't met Malik, Craig, Jeff, Sean. You ain't let them niggas. They was coming up and you making you a cum receptacle all your life. Now the good dude come around, the quality dude, and you want him to pay more for a product that's 20 years older and used. Did that make sense to you? It ain't better. It's used. And hell, if you're using a vibrator, ladies, it's destimulated. It's on. Not only is it used, it's destimulated. Your timing is off. You a used Corolla who need a timing chain. That's what the hell you are. You born again virgins. Y'all kill me with that. I keep telling y'all women. All men want sex. I don't know why y'all make this like that's a bad thing. Obviously, you want sex because you got an assortment of dildos in your sock drawer. But you're surprised that the man wants sex. Because he's invested his time and his money into you. He's doing that so he can have sex with you, ladies. That's the point. Well, I'm more than just sex. And then why your titties out on every picture? Because that's what y'all do. You ain't showing how educated you are on your pictures when you posing. You know, when you showing your cleavage and showing your ass and doing all that. That ain't showing how. No, you're advertising your sexuality. Now you use all of that shit to get a man, and now you want to deny him the very thing you was advertising. But he the problem. Then after he take you out and spend the money on you and wine and dine you, you go back home and play with your vibrator and your dildo, and he got to go home horny. That's a fair deal? Get the fuck out of here. Stop playing games. Stop playing games, ladies. Is this everybody? No. I'm not talking to everybody. So if I'm not talking to you, shut the fuck up. They know who I'm talking to. I'm speaking directly to them. Not talking to all women. I'm talking to a specific group of women who played these games. They know who they are. Certain things go together. I've named a few of them already. The dogs, the funny little names. You're 40 plus years old. Your first name and your last name is good enough. You don't need to have no nickname like Boo Boo Kitty and the Diva and the Queen, Mother Earth, and all that bullshit. The Rising Sun. Who the fuck are you? But then you want to be real. And then you don't even give a nigga your real phone number. You giving them a text now number. But you want to be real. Because niggas be stalking me. Shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody stalking you. If a man was really stalking you, you ain't did nothing to protect yourself. You ain't on no VPN. He'll get your IP address and look up your fucking address. That's somebody who's stalking you. Do you have some police reports to file to show somebody stalking you? No. Shut the fuck up. Just because somebody called you one more time than you wanted them to call you doesn't mean they're stalking you. All you got to do is block them. iPhones and Androids both block numbers. It's simple. Come on now. Stop exaggerating shit, trying to be a victim all the damn time. The nigga realize if he realize you bullshitting him anyway, he don't want to talk to you. He probably gonna block you first. Fuck out of here. Y'all just be making up shit. Born again virgins. Man, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Like and share. Make your comments, inboxes, however you want to do it. Follow V.